Tipton Blue Jays battled it out, and it came down to a thriller, 57-54. St. John's Boy Tipton comes away with the win, and again they move on to the 5th place game, while Plainville falls to the 7th place game. On the championship side of things, Ellsworth, the Bearcats, they come away with the win as they top Russell 66-32. So Ellsworth moves on to the championship. They will await the winner of Ulysses Central Plains later on this evening. Russell falls to the 3rd place game. In case you're just joining us, the girls' side of the bracket almost completely set as Smith Center defeated Ulysses in our first matchup of the day, 46-15. So the Lady Red move on. They will take on the newest member of the Mid-Continent League, the Russell Lady Broncos, for 5th place at the middle school tomorrow evening. Ulysses falls to the 7th place game, where they will take on Ellsworth. The championship, well, St. John's Boy Tipton, the Lady Jays, they defeated Plainville, and they await the winner of Phillipsburg Central Plains. That'll be the 3rd game of the day and our final featured matchup of the evening as well. As we get set for this one, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with your starting lineups here from Russell and Amos-Morris Gymnasium right after this, as you're listening to MCL basketball here from the Amos-Morris Classic on 92.5 KQMA and online at kknkqma.com.
Okay. First for Smith Center, a 5'10" sophomore, number 3, Terry Kelch.
Yeah, give me a little time. I got to get the starting lineups.
Number 0, Ethan Lady. For Smith Center, a 5'10" senior, number 11, Nate Hendrick.
Okay, now I got him.
For Phillipsburg, a 5'9" senior, number 2, Hayden Keaton. For Smith Center, the 6'3" junior, number 25, Nolan Lehman. For Phillipsburg, the 5'9" senior, number 12, Ty Sides. For the Redmen, the 5'9" freshman, number 33, Wyatt Overmiller. For Phillipsburg, the 6' junior, number 21, Joel Ford.
Welcome back to Amos-Morris Gymnasium and the Amos-Morris Classic as the Phillipsburg Panthers and Smith Center Redmen get set to pull it out here in the consolation semifinals. The winner moves on to take on St. John's Boy Tipton in the 5th place game. The loser falls the 7th place game to take on Plainville. Starting for the Redmen, number 3, a 5'10" sophomore, Tarek Kelch. Number 11, a 5'10" senior, Nate Hendrich. Number 25, a 6'3" junior, Nolan Lehman. Number 33, a 5'9" freshman, Wyatt Overmiller. And number 35, a 5'11" junior, Tice McKenzie. For the Panthers, it's number 0, a 6' senior, Ethan Leidig. Number 2, a 5'11" senior, Kagan Keaton. Number 12, a 5'9" senior, Ty Sides. Number 21, a 6'1" junior, Joel Ford. And number 33, a 6' junior, Jeremy Ford. The Redmen in those road red jerseys, white numbers, and the green trim. The Panthers in their home with white jerseys with navy numbers and the gold trim. The Redmen, the visitors on the scoreboard, so they start with the basketball. They will go right to left on your radio dial as Hendrich brings it up the court. Met right at half court by Ford and Sides. Tipped out by Keaton. Tracked down by Sides. Ty drives in, kicks it out. Keaton, left wing 3. Left that one short. No good. Rebound tracked down by Hendrich. Hendrich gets it tipped out. And it will remain Redmen basketball. 7:45 left to go in the first quarter. Scoreless here in Russell. Amos-Morris Gymnasium and the Amos-Morris Classic. Kelch looks to inbound for the Redmen, goes out front to Overmiller. Wyatt drives in, kicks it back out front to Hendricks. They swing around to Kelch, left wing. Down to the corner to Lehman. Lehman in the left corner, looking, letting the offense set up. Now dribbles up to the left wing, picks up his dribble there, goes to the left corner to Overmiller. Overmiller guarded by Ford. That's Joel Ford. Now Kelch has it, guarded by Ty Sides. Kelch on the dribble, wraparound pass, kicked into the hands of Hendricks. Back out front to Kelch. Kelch dribbles to the right wing. Looks inside, finds Overmiller, bounce pass. No, they're going to say Overmiller was out of bounds. So turnover by the Redmen. Phillipsburg basketball, 7:16 left to go in the first quarter. Sides quickly ahead to Keaton. Keaton drives in, left block up and counted. He's headed line for an and one. First team foul on the Redmen. Fouls on Wyatt Overmiller, his first. And we have a timeout called here by the Redmen. So we'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to Amos-Morris Basketball Classic coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web. Kagan Keaton on his and one attempt, no good. Rebounded by Nolan Lehman as we are back here at the Amos-Morris Classic. And now we have a foul called here. This one's going to be on the Panthers. This one's going to be on Leidig, his first. 7:05 left to go in the first quarter. Smith Center, or Phillips Circuit leads Smith Center 2-0. Full court pressure by the Panthers as Kelch looking. Kelch ahead and stolen away by Sides. Ty's second steal of the ball game. Kicks this one out. Ford gets it blocked by Hendrich. Rebounded by Keaton. Keaton underneath the basket. Kicks it back out front to Sides. Ty kicks it underneath for Jeremy Ford. Right baseline shot. No good. Rebound. Fought for. And a foul going to be called here. This one's going to be on Leidig. His second Panthers team foul. With Ethan picking up that second foul, Jesse Blackburn comes into the ball game. He's a 5'11 sophomore for the Panthers. Full court pressure by Phillips. They lead 2-0. 6:42 left to go here in this first quarter. Kelch has it around to McKenzie. Tice ahead to Nate Hendrich. Hendrich ahead to Overmiller. Overmiller tipped and stolen away as Joel Ford comes away with the basketball as it was tipped by Jesse Blackburn. Blackburn puts up the right corner three. No good. Rebounded by Joel Ford. Ford puts it up from the right block. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Keaton comes down with it. And Ty Sides buries the three from the left wing. Makes it 5-0. Phillips Circuit leads with 6:12 left to go in the first quarter. Hendrich tipped by Ford ahead to McKenzie. Now to Kelch. Kelch backside to Lehman. Lehman behind the defense. Right block up and good. So the Redmen on the board. It's 5-2. Phillips Circuit leads. Ty Sides stops and pops for three. No good. Rebound fought for Joel Ford. Bounces it off of a Redman. And it will be Panther basketball. 5:54 left to go in the first quarter. Devin Johnson and Ethan Miller come in for the Panthers. Johnson, a 6'1 sophomore. Miller listed as a 6'2 sophomore. Kagan Keaton takes a seat. Jeremy Ford takes a seat. 5:54 left to go in the first. 5-2. Phillips Circuit leads Smith Center here in the consolation semifinals of the boys' side of the Amos-Morris Classic. Ty Sides inbounds to Jesse Blackburn. Blackburn around to Ford. Joel with it around to Ty Sides right wing. Looks inside now to Blackburn right corner. Inside for Johnson, and Johnson going to be fouled. First personal on Tice McKenzie. Second Redmond team foul. 5:46 left to go in the first quarter. Joel Ford to inbound for the Panthers. Gets it to Ty Sides, right corner three for Ty. Buries another one. Ty's got six, and the Panthers lead 8-2. 5:35 left to go in this first quarter. A 6-point Panther lead. Hendrich back to Tice McKenzie. McKenzie ahead to Hendrich. Nate gets it across the timeline to Lehman. Lehman drives down to the right block. Spin move in the paint. Gets it stripped and stolen away by Joel Ford. Sides to Blackburn, right wing, wide open three for Jesse. No good. Couldn't get that one to fall. Put back by Ethan. Miller's good. So Miller with the rebound and the putback, and the Panthers now lead by 10-2, excuse me, with 5:05 left to go into this first quarter. Hendrich ahead to Lehman, tipped out by Johnson, and they're going to give Devin Johnson the foul, his first personal foul, third Panthers team foul. Kagan Keaton heading back into the lineup for the Phillips Circuit Panthers. Joel Ford going to take a seat. 5:01 left to play in the first. 10-2. Phillips Circuit leads Smith Center. Wide over Miller to inbound in front of the Panthers bench. Gets it into Kelch. Kelch down to the right wing, all the way to the block. Kicks out over Miller, right corner three. No good that time. Rebound fought for Ethan Miller, comes away with it. Miller ahead to Blackburn. Across the court pass to Johnson. Johnson on the baseline. Underneath for Keaton. Tipped in the hands of Miller. Miller looking out front to Sides, tied between the circles with 4:40 left to go in the first quarter. Johnson down to the left corner to Blackburn. Blackburn looks inside. Now Johnson out front to Keaton between the circles to Sides right wing. Sides bounce pass to Johnson on the right baseline. He goes to work. Shot no good. Rebound tracked down. Keaton saves it in, but in the hands of Tice McKenzie. McKenzie outlets ahead and now to Hendrich. Hendrich pushes it ahead to Overmiller, over his head, out of bounds. And it will be Panther basketball. 4:18 left to go in the first. 10-2. Phillips Circuit leads by 8. Tegan McKenzie heads into the ballgame. He's a 6'3 freshman. He will take Tice's spot. So one McKenzie in for the other here. 4:18 left to go in the first quarter. 10-2. The Phillips Circuit Panthers lead by 8. Blackburn back to Sides. Ty looks to the sideline, gets the call. Between the circles, now to the left wing to Keaton. Keaton drives down to the baseline. Wraparound pass for Johnson. Could not come up with it. First turnover of the ball game for the Panthers, and Redmond will take it back right to left on your radio dial with 4:07 left to go in the first. Tegan McKenzie inbounds to Kelch. Kelch ahead to Hendrich. Hendrich works against this full court pressure by the Redmond. Tegan McKenzie ahead to Wyatt Overmiller. Tipped out by Ty Sides. Ty couldn't track it down, though, before it goes out of bounds, so it will remain Redmond basketball. 4 minutes exactly left to go in the first quarter. 10-2 is our score. The Phillipsburg Panthers lead by 8. Wyatt Overmiller inbounds to Nate Hendrich, right corner. Hendrich drives down to the baseline. Kicks it out to Overmiller. Left wing three's on its way. No good. Off the front of the iron. Rebound fought for, and going to have a foul called here on Tarek Kelch. His first personal foul. Third Redmond team foul. Jeremy Ford heads in. Joel Ford heads in, and Rad Rodriguez in. First time Rad's been in here in the Amos-Morris Classic. He comes in for Devin Johnson. Ford twins in for Jesse Blackburn and Ethan Miller. 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. 10-2 is our score. Phillipsburg leads by 8. Sides has it out front. Top of the key to Rodriguez. Rodriguez swings it around to Joel Ford, left wing. Joel looks inside. Now skip past the tie. Right wing pump fakes. Drives into the paint. Wraparound pass for Rodriguez. He pump fakes back to Sides, right wing. Skip pass to Ford, left corner. He drives the baseline up. Left block too hard. No good. Rebound by Rodriguez. Rad puts it up. Blocked by Tegan McKenzie. Outlet ahead to Kelch. Kelch ahead to Overmiller. Through Wyatt's hands. Stolen away by Kagan Keaton. Keaton ahead to Ford. Joel has it to Keaton. The left wing decides. Ty fakes right. Goes left. Stops and pops at the block. Off the glass. No good. Rebound put back by Rad Rodriguez. Rolls out. No good. Rebound put back by Sides, and he's going to head to the free throw line. Fourth team foul by the Redmond. Fouls on Nolan Lehman. His first. Sides left that one short off the front of the iron. No good. Taylor Lepi into the ball game. Nate Hendrich going to take a seat. 3:01 left to play in the first quarter. Tyson McKenzie back in. Nolan Lehman going to take a seat. 10-2. The Phillipsburg Panthers lead by 8. Ty Sides getting set for the second one. That one rolls in. He now has 7. And Phillipsburg leads by 9. 11-2. Trap now. The Redmond able to get it out. Kelch has it tipped away. Tracks it back down. Gets it ahead to Tegan McKenzie across the timeline to Lepi. Lepi trapped in the corner by Keaton and Sides. Takes one dribble ahead to Overmiller. And Coach Dana Weltmer wants a timeout. So with 2:44 left to go in the first quarter, the Phillipsburg Panthers lead the Smith Center Redmond 11-2. We'll take a timeout with them as you're listening to Amos-Morris basketball tournament coverage here on KQMA and the World Wide Web. .244 left to go in our first quarter. The Phillipsburg Panthers lead the Center Redmond 11-2 here in the consolation semifinals. The winner moves on to take on St. John's Boyd Tipton in the 5th place game tomorrow evening. That's scheduled for about 8:15 tomorrow night at the middle school. The loser falls to the 7th place game to take on Plainville. That one's scheduled for about 3:45 or so tomorrow afternoon at the middle school. Ford twins along with Sides, Keaton and Rodriguez for the Panthers. It is Overmiller, Kelch, Lepi, and the McKenzies for the Redmond. As Kelch going to get called for the double dribble. Unofficially, 8th turnover here in the first quarter for the Redmond. 2:39 left to go in the first. Joel Ford inbounds to Ty Sides. Ty brings it left to right on your radio dial for the Phillipsburg Panthers. Out front to Rodriguez. Rad going to drag that pivot foot as he was looking to pass it off to a cutting Kagan Keaton. That foot just drug with it, though. Gets called for the travel. It will be Redmond basketball. And I have that as just the second turnover of the ball game so far for Phillipsburg. As Nate Hendrich back into the ball game, Tarek Kelch takes a seat. Hendrich to Tyson McKenzie. Ahead to Wyatt Overmiller. Overmiller splits the defense. He's out between the circles. Almost lost a handle on it, but Tice McKenzie has it in his hands now between the circles. Tice looking to pass off, gives it to Overmiller left wing. Overmiller on the dribble, out front between the circles. Now he's looking to pass off, gets it in the hands of Lepi. Lepi at the right wing, picks up his dribble, looks underneath for Tegan McKenzie. McKenzie puts the shot up in the paint, too hard, no good, rebounded by Rodriguez. That's Rad's third rebound here in the first quarter. 2 minutes left to go in the first. Phillipsburg leads by 9, 11-2. Tie side, step back three from the left wing, left that one short, no good. Rebound tracked down by Tice McKenzie. Outlets ahead to Hendrich, now to Lepi. Lepi looking, tries to direct traffic. The Redmen need to get it across the timeline. They do to Overmiller. Overmiller now looking to pass off as he's trapped by Sides and Joel Ford. Lepi has it now right side. Lepi down to the right baseline, picks up his dribble, tries to get it across the baseline to Overmiller, kicked out by Kagan Keaton. Nolan Lehman back into the ball game for the Redmen. He will take the place of Tice McKenzie. Jesse Blackburn in for the Panthers. And Ty Side's going to take a seat. Ethan Miller and Devin Johnson both come back in for the Panthers. And let's see who they come in for. Rad Rodriguez and Jeremy Ford both take a seat. Minute 29 left to play in the first quarter. Phillipsburg leads by 9, 11-2. Nate Hendrich looks to inbound, tipped by Joel Ford. Tegan McKenzie comes away with it, but Hendrich couldn't quite hold on to it as he was trapped in the corner. Will be turnover by the Redmen, and it will be Panther basketball with minute 26 left to go in the first. Phillipsburg up 11-2. Blackburn calls out the offense as he'll run the point with Sides on the bench, taking a breather here before the second quarter starts. Joel Ford wide open left wing three, no good on that one, rebounded by Wyatt Overmiller. Overmiller ahead to Lehman. Nolan dribbles back, now to Hendrich. Hendrich tried to throw it across the court. Blackburn tried to save it in, but couldn't quite keep his feet in bounds, so it will remain Redmond basketball. The minute 4 left to go in the first quarter. 11-2 is our score. The lead of the Smith Center Redmond. Hendrich has it across the timeline, working against Kagan Keaton. Ahead to Lehman at the top of the key. Lehman looking, now takes it on the dribble. Picks up his dribble, out to Overmiller, top of the key. Works against Jesse Blackburn there, hands it off to Hendrich. Hendrich picks up his dribble, swing pass to Lepi, left wing. Lepi down to the baseline, gives it to Overmiller. Left corner, long two, good! Overmiller gets his first points of the ball game. Inside goes the basketball to Johnson. Johnson goes to work, blocked out of bounds by Tegan McKenzie. McKenzie blocks it out of bounds, and it will be Panther basketball as Wyatt Overmiller takes his seat. Tarek Kelch comes back into the ball game. 11-4. Phillipsburg leads Smith Center. 31 seconds left to go. Johnson gets the inbounds pass. Kicks it out to Keaton, right wing. Keaton gets a screen from Johnson. Now bounce pass to Blackburn. Blackburn directs traffic from the left wing. Asks for a screen. Gets it from Miller. Blackburn drives in. Hands it off to Keaton. Keaton right wing. Three on its way. No good. Rebound put back by Johnson. No good. Rebound fought for Keaton, comes away with it. Keaton looked inside for Johnson over his head, out of bounds. It will be Redmond basketball now. 9.5 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Tegan McKenzie will inbound. Full court pressure by the Panthers. McKenzie inbounds to Hendrich. Hendrich back to Tegan McKenzie. McKenzie ahead to Kelch. Kelch ahead to Lepi. Lepi looking, gets it ahead to Hendrich. 2 seconds left. Bounce pass off of Ethan Miller's foot, and that's how the first quarter ends with Phillipsburg up 11-4. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this as you're listening to Amos-Morris classic coverage on KQMA on the World Wide Web.
Thank you for watching Panther Television. We would like to thank Dana Gramman of American Family Insurance for her generous donation to PTV. For all your insurance needs, contact Dana Gramman. We'd also like to thank 4C Land and Auction, Cody Miller, auctioneer broker, for their recent donation to PTV. If you foresee a real estate transaction in your future, give them a call.
For the Redmen, it is 2 points for Nolan Lehman, 2 points for Wyatt Overmiller. We get set for the second quarter as the Panthers back out on the court. Leidig, Ford twins, Sides, and Keaton for the Panthers. Looks like a Kelch, Overmiller, Lehman, Tegan McKenzie, and a Taylor LaPie for the Redmen. Ford hands it off to Sides. Sides out to the right corner. Leidig three. Good. And that's how the second quarter starts, with a three-pointer from Leidig as LaPie has it. Headed to Overmiller, goes to basketball. His three, no good. Rebounded by Tegan McKenzie. Put back, good. Tegan McKenzie gets his first points of the ball game, and it makes it 14-6 as they leave Leidig open again. This time couldn't get it to fall. Leidig tracks down his own rebound, though. Gets it to Ford on the baseline, out to Joel. Joel drives down to the right baseline, underneath the basket, wraparound pass. Kagan Keaton left corner, three, rattles out, no good. Rebound fought for. Jeremy Ford comes away with the rebound. Joel left block up and good. So back and forth we go here. Tegan McKenzie has it ahead to LaPie. LaPie to Kelch. Kelch skip past to Overmiller, inside for Lehman, and Kagan Keaton getting a call for the foul. His his first personal foul, I should say, fourth Panthers team foul. As Nate Hendricks comes back in, Taylor LaPie going to take a seat. Kelch looks to inbound. And going to be tipped out by the Panthers, so the Redmen will have to reset things here. Kelch again getting set. Again kicked out by Joel Ford. So Panthers lead by 10, 16-6. So far here in the second quarter, we have a three from Ethan Leidig and a two from Joel Ford for the Panthers. And 2 points for Tegan McKenzie for the Redmen. Ball stolen away on the inbounds by Kagan Keaton. Keaton ahead to Sides. Sides swing pass to Leidig. Left wing three this time. That one rattles out. Rebounded by Lehman. Nolan looks to outlet. Does so to Hendricks. Hendricks picks up his dribble. Now to Kelch. And Kelch comes away with the loose ball. Ahead to Lehman. Lehman loses the handle on it. Picked up by Jeremy Ford. And then a foul going to be called here on Nolan Lehman. His second. Fifth team foul. As Tice McKenzie comes back into the ball game. Nolan Lehman going to take a seat. 6:35 left to go in the first half. 10-point Panther lead, 16-6. Keaton has it left corner. Now to Joel Ford, left wing. One dribble, now two. Down to the right wing to Sides. Three on its way for Ty, and it's good. Ty's hit 3 threes. He's got 10 points, and the Panthers lead 19-6. As Nate Hendricks gets called for the travel. Ball goes back into the hands of the Panthers with a 13-point lead, 19-6, 6:18 left to go here in this first half. The winner moves on to take on St. John's Beloit Tipton in the 5th place game. The loser falls to the 7th place game to take on Plainville. Taylor LaPie comes back into the ball game. Tarek Kelch takes a seat. Sides brings it up for the Redmen. He's guarded by LaPie. Crosses over, drives in, kicks it out. Keaton left wing. Down the left corner to Leidig. Out front to Ford. Joel drives in, kicks it back out. Keaton left wing three for Kagan. Good! He's got 5. And the Panthers now lead 22-6 with 5:56 left to go here in the first half. Tice McKenzie has it. Drives ahead to LaPie, and Joel Ford going to get called for the foul. His first personal foul. 5th Panthers team foul. 5:49 left to go here in the first half. Phillipsburg leads 22-6. Hendricks has it. Across the timeline, picks up his dribble. Tipped and stolen away by Joel Ford. Ford on the fast break. Layup is no good, but he's headed to the free throw line. 6th Redmond team foul here in the first half. Fouls on Nate Hendricks, his first. So Joel Ford heads to the free throw line. He's got 2 points here in this one. And the first one's no good. Joel had that huge game against Oakley to start the season. He had 19 points, just 3 points on a Tuesday against Ulysses. So he's looking to match that here with this free throw, does so. So Joel has 3. End of the ball game, Tyler Davis, the 5'9" freshman for the Panthers. Ethan Leidig again to take a seat. 5:42 left to go here in the first half. Phillipsburg leads 23-16. Tice McKenzie will inbound. Looking, looks for Hendrich, over his head, out of bounds it goes. Back in the hands of the Panthers goes the basketball. 5:42 left to go here in the first half. Phillipsburg leads 23-6. Davis has it out front for the Panthers. He's guarded there by Taylor Lepi. Davis on the dribble. Down to the right wing to Keaton. Kagan looks inside for Jeremy Ford. Can't get it to him. Joel puts up the 3. No good. Rebound tracked down by Tice McKenzie. His second rebound. Tice looking to outlet. Still looking as he's trapped by Sides and Jeremy Ford. Hendrich has it tipped out by Joel Ford. Fighting for the basketball now as it's up for grabs. Joel comes away with the steal. Layup no good. Rebound 5-4. Joel put back good. As Tice McKenzie comes out, Nolan Lehman comes back in. Devin Johnson comes in. Ethan Miller comes in. Joel Ford takes a seat, as does Jeremy Ford. So the Ford twins both take a seat. And again, Johnson and Miller into the ball game. 5:10 left to play here in the first half. Phillipsburg up 25-6. Lehman to Hendrich. Hendrich quickly up the court. Now back to Lehman. Loses the handle on it. Stolen away by Johnson. Johnson, layup, no good. Rebound, put back by Keaton, good. Kagan's got 7, and that one's tipped out of bounds by Kagan Keaton, so it will remain Smith Center basketball. As cutouts here in the stands at Russell, as they took a tumble as the ball went into the stands. Looks like found the ball, and it will be Redmond basketball. 4:47 left to go in the first half. Phillipsburg leads at 27-6. Tegan McKenzie will inbound for the Redmond. Gets it into Tarek Kelch. Also into the ball game now for the Redmond. Benji Carr into the ball game. He's a 5'10" freshman. Kelch breaks the press ahead to Overmiller, left wing. Jump stop, bounce pass to Kelch. Top of the key, 3's on its way. No good. Rebound tracked down. Fought 4. Out of bounds it goes. They're going to say last touch by Ethan Miller. 4.5 minutes left to play in the first half. 27-6. The Phillipsburg Panthers lead the Smith Center Redmond here in the Amos-Morris Classic consolation semifinals. The winner moves on to the 5th place game. The loser to the 6th place or to the 7th place game as Overmiller has it to the free throw line. Kicks out to Carr, right wing. Down to Overmiller, right corner. 3's on its way. No good. Rattles out. Rebounded by Ty Sides. Sides quickly up the court to Johnson. Left block, up and good. Johnson's got 2, and the Panthers now lead 29-6. As Overmiller's pass to Kelch goes into the hands of Tyler Davis. Davis gets it to Sides, and Sides gets the 2. Ty, first person in double digits. He's got 12, and the Panthers lead 31-6. 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Timeout called. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Panther Basketball on KQMA, or Amos-Morris Basketball here on KQMA and the World Wide Web. Four minutes left to go in the first half. The Phillipsburg Panthers lead 31-6 as they're on a 20-2 run here in this first quarter, or the second quarter. So it was 11-6 or 11-4 at the end of the first quarter. So a 20-2 run here for the Panthers. They have a 25-point lead here in the second quarter. 4 minutes left to go. Tyler Davis, Jesse Blackburn, Brad Rodriguez, along with Kagan Keaton, and also into the ballgame for the first time, Jordan Taylor. He's a 6'2 freshman for the Panthers. For the Redmen, Keegan McKenzie, Benji Carr, Eric Kelch, Wyatt Overmiller, and Nolan Lehman. Redmen basketball out of the break. So they go right to left on your radio dial. Carr has it right wing. Carr on the dribble out front to McKenzie. They swing it around to Overmiller left wing. Overmiller drives down to the right block to Carr. He puts up the three, no good. Rebound ripped away by Nolan Lehman. Lehman then loses the handle on it, and it's stolen away by Keaton, his third steal. As he gets it to Davis. Davis is going to get called for the charge. His first personal foul, and the sixth Panthers team foul. As Wyatt Overmiller got down there, got his feet set. So 3:35 left to go in the first half, 31-6. The Phillipsburg Panthers lead the Smith Center Redmen here in the consolation semifinals of the Amos-Morris Classic. Kelch has it across the timeline to Teagan McKenzie, down to the right corner to Carr. Carr looks inside for Lehman, can't quite get it to him, so they give it to Overmiller. Overmiller in the right corner now to McKenzie, right wing. Skip pass to Carr, left wing. Carr down to the left corner to Overmiller. Again, they get it inside for Lehman this time. He goes to work at the left block, tipped out by Davis, stolen away by Blackburn. Jesse pushes it up the court for the Panthers. He'll drive in. Wide open layup is good. Blackburn has two, and the Panthers lead 33-6 with 3 minutes left to go in the first half. They get it inside for Teagan McKenzie on the right baseline. Back out to Carr, right wing. He'll put up the long two. This one no good. Rebounded by Brad Rodriguez. Brad outlets ahead to Davis. Davis all the way down to the right block. Layup blocked out of bounds by Teagan McKenzie, his second block of the first half. And again, it goes out of bounds with 2:48 left to go in the half. Phillipsburg leads 33-6. Eric Moon in for the Panthers. Kagan Keaton takes a seat. Taylor Lepi back in for the Redmen along with Tice McKenzie. Blackburn looks in. Ball gets tipped and is stolen away by Lehman. Ahead to Lepi. Lepi falls to the ground. Now to Tice McKenzie, goes the basketball. He's on the right baseline, inside for Lehman. Lehman goes to work underneath. Shot is up and good. Nice work by Nolan Lehman as he got the ball underneath. That ends a little bit of a run that the Panthers were on. It's 33-8 now. Blackburn out front to Moon. Moon around to Davis, left wing. Davis, bounce pass ahead to Blackburn, wide open, top of the key, three for Jesse, rattles out, no good. Rebounded by Tice McKenzie for the Redmen. Tice outlets ahead to Overmiller, 2:08 left to go in the first half. Phillipsburg leads 33-8. Overmiller stops and pops for three, off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound put back by Tice McKenzie, and it's good, counted. He's heading wide for an and one. This will be the seventh team foul on the Panthers. And it will be the second on Tyler Davis. Minute 59 left to play in the first half. Zadok Taylor and Andrew Meidel into the ball game for the Panthers. Brad Rodriguez and Jordan Taylor both take a seat. 33-10. Phillipsburg leads with Tice McKenzie at the free throw line for the Redmen. It's up and good for his and one attempt. So Tice now has three. And the Panthers lead 33-11. Zadok Taylor in the paint by himself. It rolls out, no good. Tipped out by Eric Moon in the hands of Jesse Blackburn. Shot no good again by the Panthers. This time it's rebounded by Lehman. His fourth rebound of the first half. As Hendricks pushes it up the court for the Redmen. Ahead to Lehman, top of the key. Lehman looking. He's going to drive in. Splits the defense. Shot is up. Left is short. No good. Rebounded by Zadok Taylor. Ahead to Moon. Moon back to Jesse Blackburn. Just under a minute and a half left to go in the first half. 33-11. Phillipsburg leads as Blackburn kicks it out to Moon. Right corner, three off the backboard. No good. Rebound tracked down by Lepi. Taylor Lepi. He'll bring it up this time right to left on your radio dial. Picked up by Eric Moon between the circles. Picks up his dribble. Gets it in for Lehman. Lehman underneath for Tice McKenzie. Up and good. McKenzie's got five, and the Panthers lead by 20 now. 33-13, 1 minute left to go in the first half. Meidel for three, rattles out, no good. Rebounded by Overmiller. Overmiller pushes it back up the other way for the Redmen. Ahead to Hendricks, right wing. Hendricks gets a screen from Lehman, stripped by Tyler Davis. Davis in the paint, shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Eric Moon. Moon out front to Blackburn, around to Davis, right corner. Davis dribbles up to the right wing. Davis inside for Meidel, left it out of his reach, out of bounds it goes, and it will be Redmond basketball. Tegan McKenzie back in. Tice McKenzie going to take a seat. Julius Stutterheim into the ballgame now for the Panthers. He is a 5'8" sophomore. As we get ready to get back to action here. It is Redmond basketball. So they give it down to the baseline to Huffman. Back to Overmiller, right wing out front now to Lepi. He'll put up the three from the top of the key. He'll miss it to the left. No good. Rebounded by Davis. Davis brings it back up the court for the Panthers with a 20-point lead. 9 seconds. Meidel to the backside to Stutterheim. Stutterheim drives in. Bounce pass to Moon. Moon out front to Davis. Davis top of the key. Drives in. Kicks it out to Moon. Out of bounds it goes. And that's how the first half ends with Phillipsburg up 33-13. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back to wrap up the first half. You're listening to Amos-Morris Classic coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Thank you for watching Panther Television. We'd also like to thank KQMA 92.5 and Jesse Ray for bringing us the commentary. If you get an opportunity to hit the subscribe button to our Panther Television YouTube channel, we'd sure appreciate it. We're trying to reach at least 1,000 subscribers, and once we do that, we will also be able to bring mobile streaming to all the fans out there who want to watch the game. So if you get a chance to hit that subscribe button, we'd sure appreciate it.
as we await both teams to come back out here onto the court to start the second half. We'll see who the Panthers bring out. It looks like they're going to bring out Kagan Keaton, Ty Sides, Devin Johnson, and the Ford twins. For the Redmen, Nolan Lehman's out there along with Tice McKenzie, Wyatt Overmiller, Tarek Kelch, and Nate Hendrich. So Redmond basketball to start the second half. They go left to right on your radio dial this half. Kelch brings it up, working against Kagan Keaton. He's going to get called for the carry. Joel Ford will inbound for the Panthers. Does so to Ty Sides. Sides hands it back off to Ford. Ford brings it up, working against Nate Hendrich. Down to the right wing to Keaton. Keaton drives in, looks underneath for Jeremy Ford. Tipped down by Nolan Lehman, tracked down by Johnson. Johnson saves it in to Kagan Keaton as Tice McKenzie almost had his hands on it. Joel Ford inside for Jeremy. Jeremy gets the tip pass up and good. Jeremy Ford gets his first points of the ball game. And the Panthers now lead 35-13 as Joel Ford going to get called for a push here. His second personal foul. First Panthers team foul. 7:26 left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads 35-13. And the winner moves on to the fifth place game. They take on St. John's Boy Tipton. The loser falls to the seventh place game to take on Plainville. Overmiller inbounds to Tice McKenzie. Tice hands it back off to Overmiller. Wyatt on the dribble between the circles, gets the screen out front from Lehman, picks up his dribble, guarded tightly by Joel Ford. Ball goes in the hands of Nate Hendrich now. He's guarded by Kagan Keaton, around to Tice McKenzie, right wing. Down to the corner to Tarek Kelch in the right corner. Out to Lehman, right wing. He's picked up there by Jeremy Ford. Lehman drives in, kicks it back out to Kelch, out front to Tice McKenzie. McKenzie, free throw line jumper, blocked by Joel Ford, right into the hands of Ty Sides. Sides leaves it ahead for Johnson. Johnson left block, up and good. Devin Johnson's got 4, and the Panthers now lead 37-13. 6:50 left to go in the third quarter. Kelch in for Lehman. Tipped out and stolen away by Ty Sides. Sides ahead to Johnson. Johnson floaters up, no good, too hard, and it's rebounded by Tarek Kelch. Kelch will let everybody clear out. He brings it up the court, left to right on your radio dial, ahead to Overmiller, down to the left corner to Lehman. Lehman now to McKenzie. Around to Overmiller, right side. Overmiller behind the back dribble, tipped out and stolen away by Joel Ford. Ford brings it up the court. They leave him wide open. He instead passes to Keaton, left corner three for Kagan. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound, spot 4. Still fighting for it. And a foul going to be called here as Hendrich and Johnson both hit the floor. Foul's going to be on Tice McKenzie. His second personal foul, first Redmond team foul. Benji Carr back in for the Redmond. On the court for the Redmond, Tegan McKenzie, Benji Carr, Nolan Lehman, Taylor LaPie, and Nate Hendrich. For the Panthers, Joel Ford, Ty Sides, Kagan Keaton, Ethan Miller, and Rad Rodriguez as Taylor LaPie tips that one out of bounds. It will remain Panther basketball. 6:06 left to go in the third quarter. 37-13. The Phillipsburg Panthers lead. Joel Ford again to inbound for the Panthers. Joel looking, gets it into Ty. Left corner three for Ty Sides. No good. Rebound tracked down by Joel Ford. Joel goes up. Counted. He's heading the line for an and one. Joel's got the 7 now. Fouls on Tegan McKenzie, his first. So Joel Ford with 7. He heads to the free throw line for his and one attempt. It's on its way, rolls in. That one's good. He's got 8. And he is now the second leading scorer on the Panthers team behind Ty Sides, who has 12. Tegan McKenzie has it inside. Right block up, and it's good. It rolls in. Tegan McKenzie with the 2. Joel Ford drives in again. Left block off the glass and rolls out. No good. Rebound brought down by Tegan McKenzie. Ahead to Hendrich. 40-15. Phillipsburg leads with 5:37 left to go here in the third quarter. Ball gets stolen away by Joel Ford again, his 6th, as he leads it up to Kagan Keaton. Rolls out, no good again. This time rebounded by Nate Hendrich. 2 missed layup opportunities for the Panthers as LaPie has it. Stolen away by Ty Sides, his 4th. Ty drives in, spin move in the paint, kicks it out to Joel Ford. Joel couldn't track it down, so it went right through his hands, through his legs, and out of bounds. As into the ball game now for the Redmond is Dalton McCartney, along with Wyatt Overmiller. Hendrich and Carr both take a seat. For the Panthers, Stutterheim, Blackburn, Leidig all onto the floor, along with Rodriguez and Miller. 40-15, Phillipsburg leads with 5:12 left to go here in the third quarter. LaPie has it out front, leaves it off for Overmiller. Overmiller between the circles, guarded by Jesse Blackburn. He's in the center circle now. As Blackburn tipped that one. McCartney drives in, kicks it down to the right baseline to LaPie. Inside for Lehman, hits the backboard, rebounded by Leidig, and Leidig leads the break. Down to the right block, stops and pops off the glass. Too hard, no good. Rebounded by Overmiller. Overmiller pushes it up for the Redmen, down to the right wing, picks up his dribble there, now to LaPie. LaPie out front, picks up his dribble, looking to pass off, and Leidig gets called for the foul. Second Panther team foul. That's Ethan's third personal foul. Tarek Kelch comes back in. Taylor LaPie takes a seat. 4:41 left to play here in the third quarter. Phillipsburg up 40-15. Kelch has it. Works against Ethan Leidig out front, down to the right wing, drives all the way in, tipped out by Stutterheim, picked up by Lehman. Shot is up and good. Nolan's got 6, and that makes it 40-17. Phillipsburg leads by 23 with 4:24 left to go. Rodriguez, free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound tracked down by Lehman. Nolan's got 5 rebounds. Gallets ahead to Overmiller. Overmiller crosses over, loses the handle on it. They are going to say Stutterheim tipped it, though. Ahead to Kelch. Kelch on the right side, picked up by Leidig, down to the right corner to McCartney. McCartney dribbles up to the right wing. Out front to Overmiller. Overmiller stops and pops just outside the right elbow. No good. Rebounded by Blackburn. Jesse leads the break now for the Panthers. Drives down between the circles. Gets a screen from Rodriguez to Leidig. Right wing 3 on its way, and it's good. Leidig's got 6. Blackburn gets the assist, and the Panthers lead 43-17. Inside goes the basketball to Tegan McKenzie. Back out to McCartney, right wing. He thought about the 3. Instead, gives it back to Overmiller around the left wing to Lehman. Lehman inside for Tegan McKenzie. He goes to work, kicks it out to Overmiller. Right wing 3's on its way, and it's good! Wyatt Overmiller gets the 3. Tegan McKenzie gets the assist, and that makes it 43-20. As that ball was going to go backcourt, instead it just goes out of bounds, and it will be Smith Center basketball as Benji Carr comes back into the ball game. Tarek Kelch going to take a seat. 3:15 left to go in the third. Phillipsburg leads by 23, 43-20. Overmiller to Carr. Benji ahead to Dalton McCartney. McCartney out to Nolan Lehman. Lehman hands it back off to McCartney. Now to Overmiller. Out to Benji Carr. To Overmiller, back to McCartney. McCartney spots up, top of the key, no good. Rebound tracked down by Ethan Leidig. 4 freshmen and a junior on the court for the Redmen. As Stutterheim drives in, and he's going to get called for the charge. Lowered that shoulder. Going to get called for the charge. His first personal foul, third a Panther team foul. As Stutterheim picks up that foul. So again, 4 freshmen and a junior for the Redmen. Nolan Lehman out there, the lone junior, along with freshmen Dalton McCartney, Benji Carr, Wyatt Overmiller, and Tegan McKenzie. As Stutterheim tips that one out of bounds, it will remain Redmen basketball. 2:43 left to go in the third quarter. 43-20. Phillipsburg leads by 23. Carr has it, working against Jesse Blackburn, picks up his dribble, looking to pass off, hands it off to Overmiller. Overmiller dribbles out between the circles. He's guarded by Blackburn, and Jesse going to get called for the hand check. Blackburn's first personal foul, 4th Panthers team foul. 2:32 left to go here in the third quarter. And Phillipsburg leads by 23, 43-20. Carr has it to McCartney left side. McCartney pump fakes, drives in, stolen away by Blackburn, his second steal. Jesse drives all the way in, right block up, and good. Blackburn's got 4, and the Panthers lead by 25, 45-20 with 2:15 left to go in this third quarter. As Lehman loses the handle on it, tipped around, stolen away by Stutterheim. And now Lehman came away with the steal. Stutterheim comes up with the loose ball, though. And then a turnover by the Panthers. 2:01 left to go as Eric Moon and Tyler Davis come in. Julius Stutterheim takes a seat. Ethan Leidig takes a seat. Zadok Taylor comes in. Andrew Meidel comes in. And Coach Weltmer wants a timeout, and we'll take a timeout with him as you're listening to Amos-Morris Classic coverage on KQMA on the World Wide Web. Okay. .201 left to play in the third quarter. The Phillipsburg Panthers lead by 25, 45-20. Andrew Meidel, Zadok Taylor, Tyler Davis, Eric Moon, and Jesse Blackburn for the Panthers. Dalton McCartney, along with Benji Carr, Wyatt Overmiller, Tegan McKenzie, and Nolan Lehman for the Smith Center Redmen. Overmiller brings it ahead to Carr, right wing, inside for Tegan McKenzie. McKenzie works against Zadok Taylor. On the right baseline, out to Carr, right corner. Back out front to McCartney goes the basketball. Looks underneath, through the hands of Tegan McKenzie, and out of bounds, and it will be Panther basketball. Unofficially, 28 turnovers so far for the Redmen in this one as Meidel inbounds to Davis. Davis ahead to Blackburn. Blackburn drives in, bounce pass to Zadok Taylor. Up and blocked again by Tegan McKenzie as he blocks another one out of bounds. As he had a couple of those in the first half. 1:40 left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads 45-20 over the Smith Center Redmen. Eric Moon will inbound for the Panthers. Does so to Blackburn, left wing. Blackburn gets a screen out there by Meidel. Back to Andrew. Andrew in the paint. Shot is up and a tipped out of there, I believe, maybe by McCartney that time. As the ball goes into the hands of Nolan Lehman. And the Redmen bring it the other way. Tegan McKenzie has it on the baseline. Tries to get the pass off. And a foul going to be called here on the Panthers' 15th foul. And this one's on Tyler Davis. It'll be his third. We wait the call here on... it is on Tyler Davis, his third. Benji Carr will inbound the basketball with 1:24 left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads it 45-20. Carr tried to inbound it, does so to McKenzie, and it's good. Tegan McKenzie with 6, makes it 45-22 as Wyatt Overmiller came away with the steal and then lost it. And a shot no good by the Panthers, rebounded by Tegan McKenzie, his fourth. Overmiller has it to Carr, right wing, down to the right corner. Picks up his dribble, now to Overmiller. Out to McCartney, top of the key. McCartney now looks to pass, does so to Overmiller. Wyatt puts up the three, no good off the front of the iron, rebounded by McCartney. Back out to Overmiller, 48 seconds left to go in the third quarter. To Lehman, inside forward, Tegan McKenzie. Turnaround jumper, no good, rebounded by Tyler Davis, his second. Davis brings it up the court now for the Panthers. Picked up there by Dalton McCartney in the backcourt, loses the handle on it ahead to Eric Moon. Moon has to get it across the timeline, does so with 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Zadok Taylor sets a screen out front, top of the key. Moon still on the dribble between the circles. Down to the left corner to Blackburn. Jesse puts up the three, and it's good! Blackburn's got 7. And the Panthers now lead 48-22 as Lehman has it inside. Shot no good. Rebound fought for. Meidel couldn't quite haul that one in as it goes out of bounds, and it will be Redmen basketball as Nate Hendrich comes back in. Benji Carr going to take his seat. 10.5 seconds left to go in the third. 48-22. Phillipsburg leads Smith Center. Wyatt Overmiller will inbound. Overmiller gets it into Hendrich. Now to McCartney. McCartney inside, and Overmiller going to kick it into the backcourt. Tracks it down, backcourt violation. So Panther basketball, 3.8 seconds left to go. Jesse Blackburn will inbound the basketball. 48-22, Phillipsburg leads at Smith Center. Gets it into Davis, back to Blackburn at the buzzer from the right corner. No good, it rattles out, and Lehman comes out with the rebound to end the third quarter with Phillipsburg up 48-22. We'll take a timeout. Be back with the fourth quarter of action as you're listening to Amos-Morris Classic coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web. Okay.
Thank you for watching Panther Television. We'd like to thank those who support us, including the USD 325 administration for helping us get to the games and bring you these games. We'd also like to thank other sponsors like 4C Land and Auction, Dana Grayman at American Family Insurance. And if you're wanting to support Panther Television, one thing you could do that's totally free, just subscribe to our Panther Television channel. We'd appreciate that. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're just about 100 away, so we're getting pretty close. We appreciate that support.
As we get back to action here as we start the fourth quarter with the tie sides, Kagan Keaton, Ford Twins, and Devin Johnson on the court for the Panthers. For the Redmen, Nolan Lehman, Tarek Kelch, Nate Hendrich, Tegan McKenzie, and Wyatt Overmiller. And Phillipsburg leads 48-22 as we start this fourth quarter, and it will be Panther basketball. Ford with it out front to Jeremy, now to tie sides left wing. Backside pass for Jeremy Ford, and it's a two-point basket. He now has 4 points, and the Panthers now lead 50-22. As ball is up for grabs, and Joel Ford comes away with the steal ahead to Devin Johnson. Johnson, wraparound pass, fought for Jeremy Ford, comes up with it. His shot no good, and rebounded by Tegan McKenzie. Ball ahead to Nolan Lehman, now to Wyatt Overmiller. As it is Smith Center basketball, tipped out of bounds, and it will remain Redmond basketball. 7:13 left to go in this fourth quarter. Tarek Kelch will inbound for the Redmond. Gets it into Lehman, left wing. Lehman now looking. He works against Jeremy Ford. Picks up his dribble, hands it off to Kelch, left wing. Kelch out front, picks up his dribble down to the left corner to Tegan McKenzie. Inside for Lehman at the left block. Back out front to Kelch, just inside the three-point arc, and it's good for two. Kelch has his first points of the ball game. Joel Ford finds a Kagan Keaton, right wing three. No good, rattles out, rebound put back by Johnson, good. Makes it 52-24, 6:40 left to go in the ball game. Phillipsburg leads Smith Center. Lehman has it between the circles. He's going to drive in, right block up, and going to have a foul called here. 16 foul on the Panthers. Foul's going to be on Jeremy Ford. His first personal foul. Nolan Lehman heads to the free throw line to shoot a pair for the Redmen. First one's on its way, good. So Nolan's got 7. It makes it 52-25 with 6:33 left to go here in this ball game. The winner moves on to take on St. John's Boyd Tipton in the 5th place game. The loser takes on Plainville in the 7th place game. Lehman's second one no good. Rebound tracked down by Kagan Keaton, his 5th. Keaton quickly up the court for the Panthers. Looking, now still looking to pass off. Gets it off to sides. Back to Keaton, out front to Johnson. Johnson bounce pass for Jeremy Ford. Jeremy kicks it out to Joel, right wing three, good! Ford's got 11. And the Panthers now lead 55-25. There's your 30 points. And we'll have running clock the rest of the way. As Redmond stepped out of bounds. And it will be Panther basketball. Looks like the Panthers tipped it out. And it will be Redmond basketball. Ethan Leidig, Tyler Davis. There we go. It is last touch by the Redmond. So Panther basketball. Again, Leidig, Blackburn, Davis, Miller, and Rodriguez for the Panthers. Rad finds Ethan Miller on the backside. Shot is no good. Fighting for the rebound. Benji Carr comes down with it for the Redmond. Picks up his dribble now to Hendrich. So it's Hendrich, Carr, Kelch, Lehman, and Tegan McKenzie for the Redmond. Hendrich has it out front. He drives down. Picks up his dribble. Tipped out by Miller. Picked up by Lehman. Lehman drives to the basket, and Miller fouls in. So Miller picks up his first personal. 7th Panthers team foul, and Nolan Lehman back at the free throw line. He was just 1 of 2 from the line moments ago. Again, Phillipsburg up by 30, 55-25. So we'll have running clock the rest of the way. The Lehman at the free throw line now, getting set to shoot a pair. First one's on its way. Good on the first. Nolan's got 8. As Dalton McCartney and Tice McKenzie come in, Tegan McKenzie and Tarek Kelch both take a seat. Taylor LaPie also coming back into the ball game. He comes in for Nate Hendrich. So Lehman getting set for his second free throw now. Trying to cut into this Panther lead. Again, Phillipsburg leads 55-26. Can't hit the second one. Fighting for the rebound. Goes in the hands of Benji Carr. His second rebound here in the fourth quarter. LaPie swings around to Carr. Down to the left corner to Tice McKenzie. McKenzie looks inside for Lehman. Can't quite get it to him, so goes back out to McCartney. McCartney around and stolen away by Leidig. Leidig, his first steal of the ball game. Drives in. Layup is good as it rolls around. He's got 8. And the Panthers lead 57-26. 4 minutes exactly left to go into this ball game. McCartney has it out front for the Redmen. Down to the left wing to Carr. Carr on the dribble. Tipped by Rodriguez. Again, stolen away by Leidig. Back-to-back steals for Leidig. Gives it to Davis. Davis's layup is good. His first 2 points of the ball game. And the Panthers now lead 59-26. 3:38 left to go in the ball game. McCartney has it to the left elbow. Drives in, and Blackburn going to get called for the foul. His second personal foul. 8th Panther team foul. So Dalton McCartney heads to the free throw line. McCartney's first on the way, no good. So it rolls out. 3:10 and counting left to go. Eric Moon back in. Julius Stutterheim back in. Jesse Blackburn takes a seat. Ethan Leidig takes a seat. McCartney's second one is good. His first point of the ball game, and it makes it 59-26. 2:50 left to go in the ball game. Phillipsburg leads Smith Center. Moon pushes it up the court. Just loses the handle on it. Stays just on the right side of half court before it went back court to Stutterheim. Down to the baseline to Rodriguez. Rodriguez out to Stutterheim between the circles. Stutterheim gets a screen from Miller. Drives down to the right wing. Hands it off to Moon. Moon backside pass for Rad. Rad Rodriguez up. Counted. He's heading the line for an and one. Moon found Rodriguez on the backside. Rad got the basket to fall, and he'll get the and one attempt as Tice McKenzie picks up the foul. His third personal foul, 3rd Redmond team foul. Jordan Taylor comes into the ball game for the Panthers. Ethan Miller takes a seat. Taylor LaPie takes a seat. Tice McKenzie takes a seat. White over Miller back in. Keegan McKenzie back in. Also Nate Huffman in the ball game now for the Redmond. Rodriguez's and one attempt is good. He now has 3 points. And the Panthers lead 62-27 as Carr gonna get called for the travel here. Ball goes back into the hands of the Panthers with 1:37 left to go. And Phillipsburg up 62-27. Moon inbounds to Rodriguez. Backside for Davis. Davis drives in, picks up his dribble at the left block. Now to Stutterheim. Stutterheim out front between the circles, sets up the offense. Down to the right wing to Moon. Inside pass for Jordan Taylor. Taylor still can't quite come up with the basketball. Now gets in the hands of Rodriguez out to Stutterheim. Left wing three's on its way. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound tracked down by McCartney. And then it's stolen away by Rad Rodriguez. Stutterheim to Moon to Rodriguez. Left elbow shot, no good. Rebound put back by Taylor, no good. Rebound put back by Jordan Taylor, good. Jordan Taylor has 2. And Phillipsburg now leads 64-27. As Carr tried to save it in, but it's stolen away by Stutterheim. Ball goes ahead to Eric Moon. Side pass for Davis. Davis out front to Stutterheim. 30 seconds left to go. Stutterheim picks up his dribble, gets it off to Moon, right wing. Moon ahead to Davis. 23 seconds left. Davis is going to get fouled by Carr. Carr picks up his first. Huffman comes off. Kane Weltmer comes into the ball game for the Redmen. Weltmer, a 5'11" freshman. So 5 freshmen on the court now for the Redmen with McCartney, Weltmer, Carr, Overmiller, and Tegan McKenzie as the Red Panthers get it inside. As Rad found Zorton Taylor heading for the basket. He gets the 2 points. And ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Panthers. That should do it for this one with Phillipsburg winning the ball game 66-27. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back to wrap up this ball game for you right after this as you're listening to Amos-Morris Classic coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.